Yeah, you're getting up there with your support base too. That is awesome. Awesome sauce. Ooh, looks like we're live. Look at that big yellow live button.
There we go. All right.
I'm just looking for the live portion on your channel so I can get into the chat.
Did I do something wrong?
Well, it says it's live here, but I'm not seeing it live on your channel. Do you have a chat that you're running off of?
What the? Ugh.
I mean, that live indicator right there means that it should be doing its thing.
It was set up as unlisted.
Oh,
private. Done. Save. All right.
You had it listed as okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta get back into your. Who's this moose scrapper guy?
I don't know, some schmuck.
Hey, now he's live.
All right. Now I just have to get back to the freaking thing where I can see it.
All right. Now, once I get the chat all set up, buddy, I will share the stream. Let everybody know that Moose Scrapper is live. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, that was a plug. Nature Nerd Outdoors. Howdy.
We have our first contestant.
Yes.
Sorry, there's no contest.
The only thing you win is pride.
Right. Howdy. Yeah, I saw that comment that you put out yesterday. You made a video on moose facts. I gotta check that out.
Sweet. Gemma's in the house.
Good evening, Gemma. All right, folks. So it looks like I've got like 7 people in or something. Oops, I lost them. That was quick.
Wow. Exclamation point times 10. There we go. Share the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Scrap a girl. Don't forget to switch from top chat to live chat too.
Oh, I have to do that again. Alrighty, there we are. I think we're good. I think everything's working right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So we got Vicky, we got Nature Nerd Outdoors, we got Scrapper Girl, sweet. We got Gemma's Journey Grace, and we got Nature Nerd Outdoors. You already said that. We got Joshua Cheney, Anthony. Hi, folks.
And Scrapping Irish.
He's joining the crew. All right. So, again, I feel like I'm still fairly new at this stuff because I've only done a couple. But do you normally wait till there's a few in here, or?
It depends on what you want to do. If you have announcements, normally I'd wait until you get a decent amount of people in, and just say hello to everybody and interact, and then dive into it. But yeah.
Hey, Status Enterprise, Status Enterprise, Status Enterprise, Status Enterprise. How's it going?
Wow, that was really good. Saying that 10 times fast, 10 times fast, 10 times fast.
Shoot the breeze. Yep. Shooting the breeze.
Shooting something.
Shooting something, yeah.
I'll try to limit the amount of high fives I get in here because apparently it was beating people up in my chat.
High fives?
Yeah, I'll say, hey, how are you? And I'll give, thumbs up and a virtual high five. You don't remember that?
Yeah, you said it was getting in the way?
Well, yeah, people were complaining about headaches and stuff like that.
Oh.
Poozmate's in the house. How you doing, Poozmate? Great to see you.
Oh, nice. And it's late where she is. It's like midnight. She's like across.
Wow. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, another one over there, UK Scrapper.
UK Howdy. Scrapper. It's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tell your friends, tell your relatives, smoke signals, Morse code, doesn't matter. We really want people to know Moose Scrapper's live because let's face facts, he only does this, once, twice a month? Twice a month? Once a month. Once a month, guys. So it's like the hedgehog coming out. It's like when it pops out, you want to whack it, But, yeah, tell everybody.
Yeah, and next month, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live stream at the end of the month. I might do one in the middle of the month because I might be heading up north to visit my mother. Just like a 6-hour drive, so
you work something out there. You're going to stop by. What's going on with that?
It's on the way.
Oh, that's awesome. We got to work that out, buddy.
And welcome, RT Zedeker. And
great to see you.
And Abdulnam. Welcome. Chris D. Groundhog, maybe?
Groundhog, maybe. Only if it's going to bring warmer weather and melt all the snow.
Right.
I want to get my motorcycle out.
Not up there. Man, oh, man. Pictures that my brother sent me. He goes up there and he helps my mother shovel her roof and stuff.
Yeah.
And she has a beauty salon that's attached to the house. So you have like this gap of like 3 feet from the ground to the set of glass sliding doors that goes up to the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
And the snow is so high up there, it's halfway up the glass doors.
Wow. That's crazy. It's hard to scrap here in England on the side. You need all side. Yeah, Poozmate, that's what I've heard. The UK has a really hard time with scrapping at all.
And I don't really understand that. I mean,
Me neither. I mean, it's helping the environment, really.
Right. I mean, is theft that big of a thing? Or, I mean, I'm not quite sure. Howdy, Jenny.
Gemma, I love my high fives, too. Speaking of which, y'all get 2 thumbs up and 2 virtual high fives. All right. There we go.
9 in Orlando. Nice. Thanks, Scrapper Girl. Thanks for letting us know that you're having awesome weather.
I am extremely jealous. Very extremely jealous.
Oh, we lost sound because he's blowing his nose. Oh, there it goes. Foghorn's over. Bring it back.
You don't want to hear that. What's that?
It's a tie.
You want me to tie it?
And you're right, Poozmate. I think I've heard tell that a lot of places in the States are changing over. They're getting more strict with their scrapyards. I know a lot of places used to be just cash. You bring your stuff in, you get cash. Then they started changing to all checks. Now, a lot, like the one I go to, you need a driver's license to be able to. Oh my God! All right,
what?
We need to stop. We need to stop the live stream. My brother is in here.
Hey, bro.
With your dad and no shout out. Dad would never.
Oh man.
All right, so
no,
apparently
this is not a good time. I'll do it later. Is that okay? All right. Sorry, apparently juggling a live stream, realizing the Moose Scrapper's brother's in the chat, and trying to do a tie-up for my son is too much at the same time for me.
And apparently my dad is watching as well, which...
Hey, Dad!
I don't know if he's ever seen any of my stuff.
This Moose Scrapper guy, he's a good guy. Whoever his dad is must be darn proud.
Right. All right, so Scrapper, I'm taking apart a D-Link box. As I watch this, I can't get the box open. Any hints? Yeah. Look for any little round stickers or any little round like rubber pads. There's often screws underneath those. So check under there. If you can't find anything there, then you might want to just try getting like a flathead screwdriver, finding the seam along the edge, and just prying that sucker open.
Sometimes brute force wins the day.
Right. Just be careful the screwdriver doesn't slip.
Yes. I think yes.
We don't want any palm piercings.
No palm piercings.
All right. Dad says hi and he's proud. Oh, jeez. Well, thank you, Dave. Thanks for watching. See, right now he's up in Fort Kent, so he did the good son duty of going up to help take care of some things.
Nice. In Ireland, most e-waste is controlled by We Ireland, and they don't want any urban miners, moose scrappers, Gil Skillz, so can be hard getting scrap. Interesting. Selma Flash earned a lot from the moose.
Did I just get a middle finger from Scrapper Girl? Multiple?
That sometimes the middle finger can be a sign of affection.
Sure.
Scrapper hazing.
All right. So here's a question for the folks who are here now. How many of you have ever heard of Kenny Chumsky, a.k.a. the Bigger Hammer?
It's been a while since I've heard that name.
Just type a Y in the comments if you've heard of him.
One.
That's not many. All right. So, wow. So when I first started scrapping, this guy, he had a channel with his wife or girlfriend at the time who went under the name Scrapperella. Wow. So no one's heard of him. Everyone called him the Bigger Hammer because that's how he scrapped everything. He had like 8 different size sledgehammers, and if one didn't work, he'd go up to the next bigger one and then smack the heck out of whatever he was scrapping. So a sledgehammer works wonders, Jabo. You're right. This guy could take apart some crazy stuff with a sledgehammer. It got really quiet. Really, really quiet, Bob.
Sorry. Do you hear a lot of background noise from this thing? Because I can turn the gain down. Is that better?
I hear someone in the background.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Okay, well, that explains it.
Yeah.
All right. So, my brother's heard of Scrapperella, and he's not even scrapping. Of course, you probably heard me mention it several times.
Hot Melinda Paranormal Damon Broadcast is in the house.
Hello there. Open, nothing good inside, some gold low-grade board. There was no BGA chips on it. That's surprising.
Formal Fanatic, it's great to see you, my friend. So,
all right. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, for those of you that are new to this live stream, this is Moose Scrapper's live stream. He usually only does about one of these per month, but he's still trying to get his live stream mojo going. Right now, it's just a Q&A. We're just hanging out, relaxing and talking, shooting the breeze about whatever you want to talk about. Any questions that you might have for the Moose Scrapper, trust me, he's got tons of knowledge. And if you're into scrapping at all, now is a great time to ask. He's a great e-waste scrapper, a great micro scrapper, and he's also into the refining. And Moose Scrapper also has a secondary channel called DIY Daddy. And he is a really good gardener, and he's a really good repurposer. So feel free to let the questions fly. Let's bring up some really good discussions. Sorry, bud. I'm handing it back to the host now.
That's all right. Zama Flash said the stream froze on a still of the moose. Kind of scary. Yeah, that would be kind of scary. Well, there was, this happened a few times where, like on my end, I'll just be like stuck looking at that for 10 minutes until it unfreezes. It's not always pleasant. But so another thing I want to mention was a big congratulations out to Bob Gil here. He hit the 3,000 subscriber mark. That is a milestone right there. Right on, right on.
Thank you. Mucho, thank you.
All right.
Yay!
Farmall Fanatic, welcome to the group. Lord Zonax, Pooler 347. Wow, we got a bunch of people coming in here.
Martin Contreras, this is awesome. So we get 27 people in here, 26, 27 people. Slowly rising. It's awesome.
All right. So Martin says, Gold King Moose came across a weird heatsink type, approximately 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5. It's aluminum. Is there a different blend I should handle it with? Different blend? You mean like is that a different type of aluminum? I wonder if you can clarify that for me a little bit, Martin. Oh, are you understanding the question there, Bob?
Hold on, let me reread it.
Weird heat sink type.
I'm not. Can you clarify a little bit, Bud? I mean, we certainly want to answer your question. We're not really sure what you mean.
All right, looks like Mighty Scrapper is starting to upload some videos, so make sure everyone take a chance or take a minute to check him out or her out.
Sure.
Sorry, I just assumed gender. I'm sorry.
I do that every once in a while too, and I don't even know why. I just
where I work, that's a big no-no. So, all right, and let's see. Where are the books on gold refining? Are you talking about the ebooks that I mentioned a while back putting out? They are almost done. I have just a few more little tweaks to do to them, and they should be on Amazon for like 99 cents. So
excellent. We're gonna do a couple of things here right now before we proceed. Moose Scrapper, what I need you to do is the following. We're gonna add some additional. We're gonna knight some other mods in here tonight.
Sure.
Okay, because in the event that I'm not here, you don't have any mods to protect you from the evils of trolls.
Right.
So the first one that I highly recommend is Farmal Fanatic. You know, he may not be in here on the regular, but he's a fantastic guy, and he's a great mod in any live stream that he's in. And I don't implicitly trust anyone, but I certainly trust him enough to be a great mod.
All right. So he is now a Blue Wrench.
Excellent. The next person I would recommend doing that to is Scrapping Irish.
All right, Scrapping Irish. I just gotta find your name.
And we're probably going to pepper in quite a few mods throughout the evening, just to get you set up so that you don't have any issues later on down the road.
There you are. And moderator.
Excellent.
Irish is now a moderator for your channel.
All right. Excellent. All right. Now we can carry on for a little bit.
All righty.
Yayos!
All right. Yeah, I'll let you know when the books are out, but, you know, they're books from me, so they're not going to be anything spectacular. You know, it's just going to be, you know, really kind of basic. Basically, they're idiots' guides to like different types of basic gold recovery. So, and I'm not saying that the person reading it's an idiot. I'm just saying that's how basic of a guide it is.
I have to say, I have to give a great big hello to Jenny Marseth. Welcome. It's great to see you.
Crickets.
I agree. Farmal Fanatic is awesome. You guys are all awesome. I mean, come on. Let's face facts here. Let's tell it the way it is.
Okay, so Martin clarified. He said it's a gold-plated. Do I process it like I would computer fingers? Same acid? No, actually, if it's an aluminum heatsink and it looks gold, it's not gold. It's just like anodized. It's
Ooh, interesting.
Just a coloring. It's not really gold.
Jessie Miller's got an excellent question. What kind of acid should I use to reverse electroplate gold?
Well, the standard is sulfuric. So you want to have, but you got to be very careful with sulfuric. I mean, yeah, it's got some positives and negatives. One, you don't have to worry about fumes unless you get it like really hot. But it is really corrosive and can really burn the heck out of your skin. So you want to make sure that you're wearing full safety gear. I see a lot of videos and a lot of other people who are doing it, and at a minimum, face shield and those really high quality rubber gloves that go at least up to your elbow. So yeah, sulfuric acid for those things.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get that stuff on you. That is for darn sure.
But the nice thing about if you do make yourself a sulfuric cell, which is basically just like a glass Pyrex dish, a copper mesh basket, and a lead anode. The anode or the cathode, I get confused with those two. But once you have that set up, you can recover gold from just about anything metal that's gold plated.
I've seen a few videos on people that make their own lead anodes. They melt the lead into like a
like a corner, like I don't know, like a T bracket or something like that, and they just pull out the rods and bend it the way they need it to, and yeah,
exactly. Yep.
yeah.
I have a green wrench with hole in the ground to grow scrap.
I love it. That's clever. Big E made it. Welcome. It's great to see you.
Howdy, Biggy.
I like it. That's another clever name. You know, you could say it like Big E, or
Biggie.
you can say Biggy.
As long as its last name isn't Smalls.
Biggie Small.
Yeah, you know.
That sounds like a rapper or something.
It was.
Like Biggie Small.
Anyway, so
yeah.
Mighty Scrapper clarified for us. He's a guy.
That's good to know.
He doesn't do a lot of gold, but would love to, but he's scared because he's only 15. And yeah, should I wait and sell it as is? I think the most responsible thing that I could say would be to, yes, sell it as is, and not try and do any of the chemical stuff. Yeah,
that's advanced stuff. You know what I mean, for refining, and you can still get a decent amount of money without refining a great deal of things. I mean, right? Oh, Scrapper.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know. I'm deferring to the host.
Well, I mean, I've got a video that's edited. It's actually the one that's coming out Monday. That I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of lovely comments on about how I got 2 grams of gold from 6 ram sticks without using any chemicals.
Really? You got 2 grams of gold out of 6 ram sticks? That's incredibly awesome, guys.
Yep.
For people that are new to the refining process, that may not mean much, but 2 grams worth of gold out of normally it's difficult to get that out of 20 or 30 or more.
Right. Usually takes about a pound of just the fingers to get that much.
Right. So that's pretty impressive.
So since there's only 32 of you in here right now, I think I can give out the secret. I sold the ram sticks on eBay and then used that money to buy the gold.
Yeah. How do you like that for the 11 herbs and spicing of refining?
Hey, no chemicals involved. There's no way in heck anyone is going to get that much gold out of 6 ram sticks by gold recovery.
Can we say the same thing about Kentucky Fried Chicken, though?
What? Isn't that like
no chemicals?
I don't know. There's a theory they put an addictive chemical in there that makes you crave it. So I'm not quite sure.
Salt and pepper. All right, let's get back to the chat.
Okay. All right. Oh, Puzme, hey, did you check out that video that I suggested to you? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. The day that you sent it to me. That was what? Beginning of the week, I think.
So good question. UK Scrapper's asking what kind of ram sticks they were. And J-Bo says, how long will a ram stick 2 feet long? Yeah. But what kind of ram sticks were they? Were they just conventional PC ram sticks?
2 of them were laptop. There were 4 gig RAM sticks, and 4 of them were desktop that were 4 gig RAM sticks. So all of them sold together, I got like $112 and change. And at APMEX, or the American Precious Metal Exchange, I got a little certified 999 fine 2 gram bar for, it was like $115.
Wow.
So that's including shipping. So it was less without the shipping. But,
what's the best way? I'm sorry. What's the best way to scrap a 400-pound transformer? I'm assuming that meant pounds.
Wow. Very carefully. Don't hurt yourself. I honestly, I've never seen one that big. I'd have to say, like, start hitting it with an angle grinder. I mean, I don't know what you have for tools, but you're going to have to start cutting at least one side of that. Yeah.
Jinx. You don't owe me a soda, though. I've got plenty.
Okay.
But yeah, it's true. EWaste Mike, a.k.a. Michael Murphy, is in the house. Welcome. It's great to see you. Moose, I don't know if you're aware of who Michael Murphy is, but he is a fantastic guy. He is an up-and-coming scrapper. You really seriously ought to check out a few of his videos. He gives Scrap Life 24/7 a run for their money. He's got scrap everywhere, but he's organized. He's very, very organized. The guy got like 400 hard drives in a single delivery. It was like an unexpected delivery that people just dropped off stuff for him. It was amazing.
Damn.
Yeah. He's a flat screen TV scrapping extraordinaire as well. You guys making it so good. Sorry.
That's right. About 20 pounds of trimmed ram fingers I'll be finding when the weather gets warmer. Hope to do a video. Yeah. Out of 20 pounds of trimmed ram fingers, yeah, you should get at least 20 grams out of that.
Yeah, pancake. 2, 3. I don't know how big they are.
My scrapyard pays silver ram at $2.15 and gold at $2.45. Wow, they're paying you a lot for the silver, but not very much for the gold ram. Let's see.
Wow. Did you just see what EWaste Mike just said?
Yeah, 4,600 hard drives.
That is insane.
That's a lot of aluminum.
Now I got a question for you, EWaste Mike. Now, I mean, obviously you've built yourself up a network of people that come to you and trust you, to give you hard drives like that. What did you do to build up that kind of clientele? Did you hand out cards? Did you, put out like a Craigslist ad or something like that? I'm curious because I love taking up hard drives too, as you well know. Well, any e-waste really, but hey, particularly hard drives. PM's Adventures Vlogs. It is good to see you. Welcome. Everything okay, buddy? You're quiet.
Oh yes, just scroll. I'm looking through the comments, trying to All right, PM's Adventure Vlogs. Howdy. Scrapping Crash is here.
Scrapping Crash. Welcome, my friend.
Careful if the transformer is an old one or an old light pole one style. Wow, I can't read. If it's one on a light pole style, may contain PCBs. That is correct as well. I didn't actually think of that. I've never really scrapped anything that big as for like transformers. I think the biggest one that I've ever had was like out of a welding machine. What happened to Feet the Scrapper? Oh, original Feats? Don't know. Him, I know Jack Scrapper. I don't know if he got a little weird for a while, yeah, he started making videos on making like armor and weird stuff like that, and then just disappeared. Stopped cutting his hair for a while, and
wow,
yeah. Would there be acid in a transformer? Nope. Nope. You will not find a transformer with acid.
Yeah, transformers are I mean, they're big, small, or otherwise. Usually they're pretty consistent in their design. Wrote a letter and attached a business card to it. I sent them all to the computer retail places within 10 miles of me. Also talked to my scrapyard and made a deal with them to buy all their e-waste. Wow. That's incredibly awesome. Seriously. And you are an entrepreneur with that. I mean, seriously, the guy flips his scrap really well. He's got a mini, I kid you not, a mini scrapyard in his basement and garage and backyard. Check it out.
I will definitely do that. Yeah, I'm nowhere near on that scale at all.
Oh, by the way, you can add him as a mod too, if you'd like.
Doink. Add moderator. EWaste Mike is now a moderator for your channel.
Yayos.
Where did my thing go? There it is. Alrighty. All right. So we've got 31 in. We're about a half an hour in. So
now would be a great time for announcements.
Announcements?
If you have any.
I don't really have any announcements. Just stuff that upcoming thing. Well, I guess it's announcements.
There you go. We got announcements.
Not really announcements.
From the Moose. Yeah.
Talk about really. So in the last month or so, I've been working with this guy. He's the brother of one of my neighbors here, and he has a clean out business. So he, banks and other companies will hire him to like go in and clean out office buildings, homes, or whatever. And of course, in the winter, they pay him to keep the sidewalks and the driveways plowed and stuff like that. So everything that he pulls out of these places, it's his. He can do whatever the hell he wants with it. So he's been like hoarding a lot of the electronic stuff, but didn't really know what to do with it. So like I think you can see right here, there's a stack of laptops that he's pulled out over like the last couple of months. There's about 10 laptops here that he was just going to bring to our local scrapyard and maybe get like $2 a pound. No, sorry, that's way overshooting. $2 each for.
Yeah.
All right. So,
wow.
I started talking to him, and I mean, I get this question a lot. Where do you get your scrap? Where do you, how do you advertise? I mean, a lot of this is just word of mouth. So I just started talking to the guy about, what I do, and he invited me over to his barn where he had, stacks of this stuff, huge totes of all kinds of different computer parts that he's pulled out over the years that he just didn't know what to do with. He knew they had value, but didn't know what the next step would be. So hopefully over the coming months, like right now in the garage, I have two, like 35-gallon totes maybe. Oh, he's got his dinner. Like two 35-gallon totes full of like power supply units. So I'm going to try and sell those as lots on eBay, and I'm going to try and make some videos, to show you folks how I sell things on eBay, because it's definitely a lot more money than taking them to the scrapyard. And with the laptops, I'm going to be selling those on eBay. He gave me a big 35-gallon tote of like PCR cards. So my commission part of it is basically going to be taking all the gold fingers off of them, and everything else I'm going to sell on eBay. Again, for gold recovery, and that'll be his portion of it. So hopefully there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. And right now I'm kind of in like the trust building phase with this guy. So once he sees that I can, produce, he's going to start giving me the higher value stuff, like the RAM sticks that he has and the CPU. I mean, he's got a bucket of CPUs that's, the amount of ceramics in that thing is just ridiculous. So I'm hoping that'll be coming soon to the channel.
Nice. I wanted to answer a question real quick. Somebody asked if I recycle my Pepsi cans, or does my store pay them for bringing the cans in? I mean, from a scrapper standpoint, it doesn't really make any sense for me to scrap these because we have a deposit on these in the state of Maine. It's 5 cents per can. However, my good buddy Moose Scrapper has a forge now. So we might do a collab later on down the line. This is the first I've even talked with him about this. We might do a collab. I might bring a couple of, 5 or 6 big ass bags of Pepsi with me, and maybe we'll make some aluminum ingots. I think that'd be kind of cool. And maybe we'll take a few and give them away. We'll have to get the engraving or the chisels with the so that we can put our names in them and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've got a stamp set.
Oh, you do? Perfect. Excellent. We could do that. Maybe do a giveaway. Sounds like the seed of a really awesome thing blossoming here.
Well, that's part of my 100,000 subscriber giveaway.
Nice.
Yeah. So like the first few ingots that I make, I'm going to stamp as like number 1s, and those will be part of that giveaway. So yeah, I mean, but I did a video not that long ago about aluminum cans, especially in a state where you have like deposit.
Yeah,
you
it's
make
just not worth it.
Yeah, you make a lot more money turning them in than you do like recycling the aluminum.
And if you live in Michigan, oh, you get 10 cents a can there.
Right. All right, scrapping Irish. Hi, EWaste Mike. Canadian scrappers in the house. Yeah, I do a lot of cleanouts myself. They're fun. Yeah, I've only done like a couple ever, just because I'm like the guy that some people know who has a truck. And I made a few bucks doing it. It was nice, but it's like Chris D says, they're fun, but they can be so overwhelming, and they can be a lot of work too. And one of them I did was just really, really gross. It's one of those like I need a shower every 10 minutes, and I'm in there.
Oh man,
yeah.
Yeah, there are times when you kind of make a calculated risk as to whether or not the return on investment is going to be there, and sometimes it just isn't.
Right.
It's the nature of the beast. What we do,
So Kyle Porterfield says, if I send you an AED, would you scrap it on a video? Hell yeah! An automated external defibrillator? I'll scrap the heck out of that thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so if you want to send me an email, my email is moosescrapper@gmail.com. We can arrange something. That'd be awesome. This is cool. My hubby does some junking lightweight stuff because he can't lift heavy objects. Yeah. I used to have a lot more back problems because I used to scrap everything, like a lot of appliances and stuff like that. And I found that since I stopped scrapping the appliances, my back does a lot better.
I can only imagine why. I would like to say hello to a few people that have stopped in. Looks like we've got Chris D in here. We've got Canadian Scrapper. Oh, man, my phone's having a fit. I don't know. That's weird. We've got Kyle Porterfield. Great to see you. And let's see, the Livermore family. Welcome. And the Eco guys and Nero Trigger.
Nice. Nero just joined. Sweet.
Yeah. Nero Trigger, welcome. It's great to see you, buddy.
Huh. Do you keep the cameras out of laptops to sell on eBay? Apparently, you can use them to make your own CCTV setup. It's a good question, Puzme. Personally, it's been a long time since I've scrapped a laptop. The scrap value of a laptop is really so minimal that you pretty much always make more money selling the whole thing on eBay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just get $15 for the thing, that's way more than the scrap value.
Very true.
So that's usually I don't usually part them out. I oftentimes get too much volume to do that. So
by the time they're scrappable, I mean, if you think about it, they're so obsolete that nobody's really going to be wanting it anyway. I mean, for practical use.
Right. So Big E says, Moose, you should hook me up with one of them stamped. And I tell you what, if you follow the directions on entering the 100,000 subscriber giveaway, that's almost a tongue twister.
It is a little bit.
Yeah, you'd be in the drawing for them. I'll be giving out several of them.
That's awesome.
Let's see. And my brother. All right, you're holding out on your brother. When in the hell did you get that forge? I want to see that. Evan does too. Evan is my nephew. That's my brother's boy. Well, Dave, I posted a video on that last week. So if you kept up, you might see it.
American Rebel, welcome. It is great to see you. We're up to 38 nice, awesome folks watching now.
Nice. Wow, that's close to a record for me.
I'm going to break that record too, guys. Don't forget, the new folks that have just come in here, Moose Scrapper is legendary in the scrapping circuit within YouTube, guys. He's been here for a very long time, and he's got a vast knowledge of all things pretty much scrap. And if he doesn't know, he knows the right person to point you to in terms of getting answers. So he only does this once a month as well. So it's definitely a good idea to share this out with anybody that you think might benefit or might like to be a part of the stream tonight. Back to you, Moose.
Yeah. About that whole legendary status thing. I've just been around a while, like a dirty penny.
Press 1 if you think Moose Scrapper is legendary.
Oh, Christ.
Press 1 if you think Moose Scrapper is legendary. Press 2 if you don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, press 1 if you think Moose is legendary.
All right, that's enough, Bob.
Moose doesn't care. Oh, come on.
All right. Well, I don't do it for legendary status. I do it because it's fun.
I know. It's brotherly love and hazing. You know that.
Spreading some knowledge here.
Oh, my goodness. EWaste Mike. Only one answer per person.
All right. I just saw one that I missed. So Mighty Scrapper, I'll be doing a video on my bike soon. Be sure to check it out. I carry dishwashers, fridges, etc. on a bike, like a pedal bike or a motorbike.
EWaste Mike wants to know what I'm eating. Pancakes, buddy. Pancakes.
And Lincoln DMZ is in the house. Welcome. PMDB Entertainment. Welcome to you as well. American Rebel. Aha.
Great to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see him as well.
Near Trigger, private message me later, or private message me anytime. I don't like the fact that you're a little pissed, so we'll have to talk about that.
Ooh, what?
No, I asked how he was doing, and he said doing okay, a little pissed, but hanging in there. So we'll talk about it later. My buddy, Near Trigger.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, everyone, pretty big news. Working on a documentary about dumpster diving and scrapping.
Ooh, wow. Nice.
Like a documentary, or like a personal documentary, like some other company doing it, or are you doing it? What's up with that? More details, please.
Yeah, for sure.
And Joshua Cheney, Moose Scrapper covered 1.5 ounces of gold foil from memory sticks with a soldering iron. How is the best way to purify the gold, and how much pure gold can I get from my 1.5 ounce of gold foil? Well, that is a lot of foil. However, that's also a lot of nickel and copper and other metals in there. I've never refined from that method using a soldering iron, so I don't know how much base metal you brought with you. But the best way is still, the gold standard is to use Aqua Regia, which I haven't used yet. I use just hydrochloric acid and bleach. But again, be very careful. Make sure you do that outside. Make sure you're standing like upwind. That stuff is very toxic. Get a respirator. So yeah, I think that would be the best way. So you dissolve it into that solution, and then you precipitate it out with sodium metabisulfite.
Near Trigger, I was talking to EWaste Mike, not you. He's joking around.
He's hungry, man. So sure.
No, he he is. Oh my goodness.
We got Safuadas in the house. I'm not sure I pronounced that right, but welcome. Vicky Galore. Oh, someone's choking on a pancake.
Liquor?
What?
Liquor?
Oh, we got 44. That's watching. All right, too many rules.
44 and climbing.
All right, my store gives me 5 cents per can, but I take the tab off the cans. It gives me 5 cents per can. Melt down the tabs and bring it to the scrapyard. Hey, that's one way to get a little extra out of it.
I have to read this. The Eco Guy says the following: face up to Moose. You've inspired a lot of people to scrap and recycle. Seen it on so many other people's videos. For that, I give you a thumbs up and a virtual high five. There you go.
All right.
Moose is probably one of the most modest people I've ever met. So he doesn't take compliments well.
All right.
Much love to you, buddy. Much love to you.
Oh, American Rebel's got the moonshine.
Oh, what kind of moonshine we talking?
Straight
up moonshine, or you got some peach going on there, or apple pie, or what?
What kind of white lightning you holding there? Is that something that what Juliet Miranda would be interested in? That's her name, right? Juliet Miranda?
No, she's not really. Well, she might be into the moonshine, but she's more into the bourbon.
That's almost essentially what it is. Made the same way, except it's not aged in a barrel.
Yes, Moose.
Sorry.
More
all right.
syrup.
Sorry, not seeing the comment for made mine. That's all right. So many people say you are a moose, look exactly alike, almost like brothers.
Who? Me and him? Me and Moose?
Nah. All my hair's up here. His is all down here.
I'm like a reverse garden gnome, you know, or it's kind of down here at the very bottom instead. Yeah.
Of course. Now my brother's going to chime in. Yes, he doesn't take compliments well, even when he deserves them. Okay, what's in that glass with the ice?
Busted!
Sorry, you are my brother, not my mother. So
That was an appropriate response.
all right, apple pie. My mom making moonshine.
Oh, man. I love a good apple pie moonshine. Oh, good stuff.
Brian Martin, I got some ribbon cable at the ends. The connectors look like silver plated instead of gold. Is that really silver plated? I have a small collection. Probably not. I don't. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't seen much on any of those little ribbon wires being silver plated. They're usually like aluminum, or some other non-precious metal. So
Cepha Addis is asking if you tried scrapping silver or extracting silver from keyboards, and is it worth it?
Well, I
Great
have
question.
not. Yep, I have not tried it yet. And I mean, as far as worth, that's always a hard question for me to answer. I have no idea what your time is worth to you. So that's something that you've got to answer on your own. But from what I understand, there can be a decent amount of silver in those things. There's a few methods of removing it. One, of course, being using nitric acid to dissolve it off the mylar, and then it's a long process. But I have heard of other methods being used. There's a group on Facebook. I mean, there's also the Gold Refining Forum. They are like probably the gold standard, no pun intended, for anything precious metal recovery. But if you check out EWaste and Precious Metal Refining, it's a group on Facebook. It's a private group, so you have to request to join. They have a lot of archives there on different recovery methods and stuff like that. And Gio, he's the I guess the owner of that group. He's also a YouTuber as well. He's got a lot of knowledge on how to recover the silver from those mylars, but I have not yet. I mean, it just hasn't been in my wheelhouse with those chemicals.
It's going to take a tremendous amount of those mylar sheets from those keypads to amount to much of anything in terms of silver. Wouldn't you agree with that, Moose?
Not from what I'm hearing. It's not a tremendous amount. I mean, yeah, I mean, 5 keyboards probably won't get you too much, but some of these people will get like dozens and dozens of keyboards. It doesn't take long to get an ounce together. But then again, an ounce is only worth $16, or roughly. So.
But still, an ounce of silver is pretty cool to have.
Yeah. An ounce of silver that did not end up in a landfill.
That is very true.
Scrapping Irish has to go. Sorry, man. Thanks for joining us. Glad that you could stop in.
Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Have a wonderful day / evening. Wait a minute. In Ireland, it's late in the evening, isn't it? I think it's 5 hours ahead over there. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Right. More about the documentary to come. We had the only radio talk show dedicated to recycling, scrapping, dumpster diving, etc. Starting Sunday, you'll be able to hear our old shows. Cool.
Nice.
Is that going to be right on YouTube, or is that a website we need to go to? A certain radio station? Right, you need a lot of silver Mylars. Didn't make any money off them. Yeah, again, it's one of those things that, I mean, depending on who you talk to, you'll hear one thing, you might hear another. I mean, it's hard to get really solid data unless you're scrapping all of the same exact keyboard from the same company that are made at the same time. There's so many variants. Like I know with, like, take BGA chips. I mean, that's something that you have some that have a little copper circle on the front of them. Some people will say they're completely worthless, and some not. Some will have data saying that they got, you know, X amount of gold out of X amount of those BGA chips, and, you know, there's going to be those that are going to be arguing. So I mean, I guess you just have to do it for yourself to find out. A gram or so per board. Yeah, well, a gram. So 34 keyboards, or 33 keyboards, that's an ounce. Something like that.
Kyle Porterfield says, how profitable is your silver deplaning with salt?
Oh, that experiment. It wasn't incredibly profitable. It was just fun, really. And I mean, granted, I mean, I didn't lose anything. I had a little bit of silver that I could further refine. And then I had, you know, in most cases, a brass or nickel silver piece of metal that I could still bring to the scrapyard and get that price for it. So, I mean, it was a kind of a way to just, you know, pull out a little bit more money out of it. But it was more for fun for me than anything else. I mean, for anything like that to be profitable, it have to be done on a really large scale. Good night, Scrapping Irish. All right.
Oh, it's 12:45 a.m. Yeah. Wow.
Yep. And Jabo says, I kick myself thinking about all the stuff I used to throw out in the landfill before I started scrapping. Yeah.
Same here.
I do that too.
Yep.
Even now, there are things that, you know, I'll start scrapping stuff off of, you know, just random things. I mean, even videos that I put out now, you know, I'll point out things on a circuit board that I'm familiar with, and there's always going to be someone there who's going to point out something that, oh, well, there's silver in that thing. There might be gold or palladium in that. Stuff that I didn't know. And I was talking to the folks on that EWaste refining group that I just mentioned earlier. The EWaste and precious metal refining. I gotta stop saying it's getting annoying. Anyway, so I just mentioned today, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a phone app where you could take a picture of a circuit board and it could identify everything that was on it, you know, what the precious metal containing items could be. That would save a whole ton of waste, because thinking back, there's so many things that I've thrown out over the years. I just said again. Particularly, there's little things. Pull out my little scrap while I watch TV tray here. All right. So these little buggers. I don't know if you see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys have seen those before, right? They got that little copper heatsink on the back usually some white goo because they're usually stuck to an aluminum heatsink. These actually have gold bonding wires in them. I did not know that until just recently. So 3 legs, 3 bonding wires in that black epoxy part. So that is something that I just found out recently. Yep.
So basically anything that isn't plastic is worth something, or has something in it.
That was plastic. That's the thing.
You know? And in some areas, the plastic's worth it too. I mean, I've heard of areas within the country that people are crushing up their plastics, you know, the different types of plastics and whatnot, and selling that by the ton as well.
Oh, yeah.
To various companies. So I mean, that's profitable too, depending on where you live.
Yeah, if you can find a place that buys plastic, wow. I'm increasing in subs at 44 right now. Do you separate crystals and crystal oscillators? Yes, I do. Again, this is my little sorting tray that I have when I'm watching TV and just pulling stuff apart. So I've got my little temporary bin of the crystal oscillators.
All right, you're building up a little bit there.
Yep. Well, I dump this into a 1 gallon jug in the garage whenever I have enough. So I try to keep the living room not looking like a scrapyard. Try. All right. Oh, message retracted. The keypads from scrapped cell phone silver. Yeah, those little white metal discs. Yeah, no. There's been a lot of rumor, I guess, that those were silver, but every single one that I've tested chemically, not silver. Not silver plated. So,
Canadian Scrapper, you're absolutely right. You're never too old to learn something new.
Nope.
In fact, you know, it's a state of mind more than anything else.
All right, so linking DMZ, is there a site or sites that defines gold content in ICs? That defines gold content in ICs? Not that I know of. I mean, ICs, I mean, specifically integrated circuits, those little black things with the legs on them. Yeah. There's so many thousands of different manufacturers and styles and types that I don't think there's any one, but they all get processed the same. So what pretty much any refiner will tell you is, you know, just throw them all in together. You know, the incineration or the pyrolysis will sort them out.
Right. Jeff from Idiot of the Day is here. Welcome. It's great to see you, my friend. He's another one that you can certainly mod if you so choose to.
Who's this?
Idiot of the Day.
Yeah.
Jeff. Yeah, yes.
No, I don't think I want to mod this guy.
Oh my gosh, you're the first person that he's you know, can, I don't know. Question. No, I'm just kidding. Very much kidding. Yep. Tonight we're shoring up Moose's defenses and getting him some extra mods other than myself. So super important.
Right. All right. So Puzme said the old phone you did the other night was a perfect example. So I love this video. So I'm on this Facebook group that I mentioned a few times already, and this woman Janie Christian, she posted this thing about a hidden treasure found in an old phone. So, of course, you know, fascinated. I wanted to learn. So I started flipping through the pictures and, you know, following her directions and like, oh my God, yeah, there it is. There it is. Just so happened that I had a phone just like that and a bunch of scrap that I just picked up in the garage. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video on that myself. So I started going through it. Sure enough, everything was exactly where she said it would be. So video came out great. I was all happy with it. First freaking day. Some guy, there's no gold in there. So I'm like, okay, yeah. But yeah, it's you do learn something new every day. It's quite amazing. But nice. It's another good example of how, you know, one person can say yay and someone right after can say nay. So I mean,
that's true. Yeah. Very true. And that's why I love the people on YouTube. They're so full of knowledge.
Yes.
That's, you know, some people are full of other things other than knowledge, but, you know, there are a lot of people on YouTube that really know their stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was trying to be funny. That was a swing and a miss there. Sorry.
That's all right. So Mighty Scrapper wants to know, would BGA chips go with green fiber CPUs at a scrapyard? Well, you'd have
Moose, just for the record, I just got your message just now. I just got your screen capture.
That's only, what, 2 hours late? Okay.
Yeah, about that, right?
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
So BGA chips and green fiber CPUs. If your scrapyard takes them together, your scrapyard is probably rooking you. So, I mean, green fiber CPUs, are you talking about the ones with the copper cap? That heat spreader on top? You're talking about the ones that are, like the large socket that's just basically a green fiber chip with a little silicon die on one side and the gold pins on the other. But BGA chips usually are the higher end of the IC chips to get gold from. So personally, I would keep them separate. I just said way too much information for a little question.
Well, separation is key for, to be a scrapper. I mean, most of the time it's instinctive for a scrapper to do that, because if you separate metals, you're going to get more money in the long run. It's just time versus return on investment. We're always looking into that as scrappers.
Yep. Jabo says, So it wasn't me this time. It was Jabo.
Did they say, Okay.
All right. Most, did you say there was an app for your phone? See. I said it'd be cool if there was an app for your phone that did that. And wow, I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm really sorry. I'm just I made you moderator and I didn't even say hi yet. Hey, Jeff, end of the day. Thanks for joining us.
You get 2 virtual high fives.
Right? Yeah. It's been a long week, I think, all around. So
yeah, it certainly has.
My brain is definitely not all focusing here. EWaste Mike, Moose, do you want my Mylars? I will keep piling them up for you. I have about 5 pounds so far ready to go. Hey, if you don't want them, I'll take them. I will certainly tell you what. I'll take them. I'll refine the silver off them, and I'll send half the silver back to you. Let's see how that works. Let's see. Not your average JoJo's in the house. Hello. So the other half of Jeff, the better half, really. Is that all the reaction I'm going to get out of you from that one?
What, giggles? Yes.
All right.
You're a funny man. No.
Where do you sell your aluminum at that is melted? Well, I haven't melted anything yet. I just got the forge like a week and a half ago. But I would imagine you could sell it anywhere. Scrapyard. I plan on selling mine on eBay. The next time I say I was going to say smack me, but you can't. All right. So any of you guys out there who are all right. Okay. Any of you guys out there who scrap metal, if you scrap copper, all right, and if you have the ability to watch the King of Random, he has this video where he makes a backyard forge. All right, it seems fairly simple. I don't like to mess around with gas, and I calculated it out, cost versus doing that versus just buying one from Devil Forge. For me, it made more sense to get it from Devil Forge. But so if you guys scrap copper, you definitely need to look into making your own ingots and then selling them on eBay. I kid you not, you will get at a minimum 4 times scrap value. At a minimum. So it's so worth looking into.
It's more, what's the word I'm looking for? Artisan?
Yes.
More for artisan value than anything else.
Yep. Don't get him to stop the hell of a drinking game.
Don't.
I missed something.
Oh, the thing. The thing. If every time you say you got to take a shot now.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but every once in a while, it's like it automatically resets down to the bottom, and where did everything go?
Every once in a while, the chat stops, and I'm like, oh, I'm caught up, and then you see that blue arrow, and you're like, darn it.
Oh, Lordy, where did I go? Where'd it go? All right, so there's that, and so a lot of people on YouTube are so full of knowledge. Hi, Jeff.
EWaste Mike, I ate 3 pancakes. That's reasonable.
Mighty Scrapper says, MLCC, I don't even collect too small for me. Yeah, they are tiny, but they're quite dense. So, I mean, you get a little jar like this, and it'll weigh like a pound. I mean, it's really dense stuff. And they do have a pretty good resale value. I mean, I've seen them well over $50 to $75 a pound. So, I mean, it's a good chunk of palladium and silver. I sell my gold corner BGAs for $50 a pound unless I send them to my refiner. Hey, perfect example right there. Right, and yes, some are full of bull. LOL. Yep, they are.
I'm taking all my boards to board sort directly. In June, I'm traveling there.
Yeah, that should be a nice trip. Zalmo Flash is leaving. Good night. If I didn't
have a great night.
Mighty Scrapper says he reorganizes his scrap every day. Can't help it. All right. Hey, there's nothing wrong with little OCDC. OCDC.
Bruce Napier, it's great to see you. Says hello from the middle of Canada. I don't know if you've already said hello or not, but...
No, I did not. Hello. Were you talking to me or to him?
Well, I was saying hello to him, and then I said, I'm saying hello to him just in case we didn't say hello to him earlier.
Okay.
All right.
Did I confuse you a little bit?
No, I was just wondering if it confused you a little bit.
All right.
Okay, let's get back to it.
otownradio.com. Starting Sunday, check out the Eco Guys. They have their dumpster diving show. Their documentary going on. Check them out.
That is so cool.
Actually, Moose, the king of random forge does work. I just supersized mine. Yeah, I never said it didn't work. I just said gas is not something that I like to mess around with, but I'd rather buy one that was like pre-made. So yeah, I've actually talked to a lot of people who made a forge following his directions, and they came out great. Yep. Especially if you use the KO wool, so much easier right here.
Yeah. So you need to find a place that buys crystal oscillators. I've got 20 pounds of them just sitting on my shelf, and that's true. He does. He really does.
Are you eBay savvy at all?
Yeah, eBay is a great way to sell those, Mike.
So, James Quintana, the gold-plated pins, how many does it take to make 1 ounce of gold? Again, that's something that's really hard to answer. What kind of gold-plated pins? Are they completely gold-plated? Are they pins that just have gold plating on the ends? Are they old? Are they new? Is the plating thick or is it thin? I know that typically, like random pins, I think the last numbers that I heard was 2 grams per pound. I think it was 2 grams per pound of pins. So if you want an ounce, you would need over 10 pounds.
Oh, Mighty Scrapper says, Gil Skillz, I live in Cincinnati, close to board sort. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be pretty much going through Ohio anyway, so I figured, maybe it'll pay for the gas. That would be nice.
There you go. All right, so American Rebel thinks we're owls.
Are we the hum owls?
The hum owls?
Owls?
No. Apparently we're the hooter kind.
Oh, you guys are a hoot. Oh, okay. There we go. Owls. Yeah. American Rebel. Yeah.
You're not the only one who could tell jokes that just like.
Well, it kind of went over and then it did a Yui and then came back over, but I caught it the second time around.
Right. Why do you make more on eBay? Wait, why do you make more? That's a good question, Biggy. I don't know why you make more money. It's like why it only takes 3 licks to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop. The world may never know. It's just some people like to buy it as like an art piece, as an investment. Maybe some people realize that there's time, effort, propane, stuff that goes into making that ingot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know, but they do. So as long as people are willing to pay for it, and I don't feel horrible. I mean, if they were paying like 10 times as much, I'd be like, okay, that's too much.
Right.
I'd feel bad, taking advantage of them. But if they want to pay me 4 or 5 times,
it certainly is. It's custom made. I mean, think about all the work that goes into making a copper ingot like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean that's a part of it. It's not the whole puzzle, but it's certainly a part of it. Mm-hmm. So Joshua Cheney says, "Will Board Sort take boards that have been picked over
as low grade?"
You want to be really careful taking stuff off your boards.
Yep. I mean, if you're just going to take like one thing off here and there, like if you're cherry picking, like if you just want BGA chips, it's one thing. But if you're taking off all the BGAs, the ICs, the gold plated stuff, yeah, you're just going to get like low grade board value because you're not leaving anything there for them.
Right.
And if they go through what you're bringing in, which they usually do, and if they start seeing boards that have been depopulated, they're going to just give you that price for the whole lot. So even if you only did it to half them, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot there.
The Dude's Real Life, welcome my friend, says, "Hey Moose Scrapple, love your videos and channel. Hello, Gil Skillz as well."
Well, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Remember to have your pets spayed or neutered. Wait, where'd that come from?
Bob Barker, Price is Right. Damn, I'm old.
Yeah, so am I.
Maybe you and Mr. Scrappity can do a special. Who's Mr. Scrappity?
Mr. Scrappity is a well-known scrapper.
Oh.
Yep. YouTuber. Scrapper.
Did you say stripper?
Well, if it's wires, yes. Number 2. Waiting for that. Oh man, I guess we're in rare form tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share this stream. The Moose Scrapper only comes out once a month.
No, the other day wants a Tootsie Roll now. I did some advertising for Tootsie Roll. Product placement.
You did.
Like his Tim Hortons cup.
I don't product place at all.
No, not at all. That's just deplorable behavior.
I know, it's just absolutely crazy.
All right, Brissy Boy, hello from Australia. Found you from EWaste Ben. Nice. Wow, that's kind of shocking and surprising that I'm getting flow back from EWaste Ben. That's cool. I'm honored.
You're getting flow back from EWaste Ben?
Oh, dude, when we were doing that 50K subscriber thing, he flew right by me so fast. Ridiculous. Oh my God.
Well, you made it, and it's funny how it sparks friendly competition. Really, when he knew that we were rallying to get you to 50K, when you were inevitably going to be there, I bet it made him think about his game a little bit and stepped it up.
I don't know. He's doing the same stuff he's always done. He's just great with what he does.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe he turned on the mental telepathy and said, "Everybody subscribe."
Let's see what happens. See, he didn't put out a video for a couple weeks.
Yes, right? I remember that.
I get one of my subscribers messaging me saying, "Hey, did you hear about EWaste Ben? I heard he passed away suddenly." So I'm like, "Crap, really? That's horrible." So I go on to one of my refining groups to see if there's someone there who might know him. And like a few hours later, you send me a text message. "Hey, did you hear anything about EWaste Ben dying or anything?" I was like, "Oh shit!" So I'm sorry, language. Wow,
that's okay. It's all good.
Edit that stuff out of my videos.
Yes.
Family friendly kind of.
Yes.
But
yes. Every once in a while, a slippage or two is cool. YouTube's okay with it. Hopefully, you guys are too.
Right. Yeah, I do apologize. So yeah, so I found someone in the group who actually lives next to EWaste Ben, and he called him and he's like, "Hey man, how you doing over there?" And Ben was like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling too well. I got some infection thing going on that I'm dealing with." And the guy's like, "Yeah, so there's a rumor going around that you're dead. I think Moose Scrapper was starting some stuff here." Like, whoa, no. I didn't start this. I was just trying to get to the bottom of it before someone else did. So, and then in his last video, he's like, "Yeah, like 2 hours into this computer marathon, he's like, oh, and this funny thing happened. I got a call from a buddy of mine, and some Moose Scrapper said I was dead." Great, here we go.
Let the playful hazing begin.
Right.
The Titans are battling, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shoot. Hello, WTF. Hey, WTF Mike Albright's in the house. Welcome. Great to see you, buddy. I'll tell you what, if you don't know already, WTF Mike Albright is another great mod potential.
All right. See, it happened again. I was like right where I wanted to be in the chat, and then just went, yep. All right. Hum, hoot is hilarious. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's where it was. All right. I see one go for 7 times the value. Yes, Bruce Napier. You said Mike Albright, right?
Yes.
Mod?
Yeah, WTF right. Mike Albright.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I've seen him like everywhere. So yeah, as far as like Bruce Napier was saying about the I'm assuming he's talking about the copper ingots going for 7 times value. Yeah, I've seen some crazy ones going on. I mean, like 2-pounders going for $200 some odd because they're like from some weird rare mine that shut down 100 years ago or whatever. So yeah, it's really crazy prices out there.
So James Contreras says, by using nitric acid, sulfuric acid, hydrochloride, wow, is that the only way to make the gold pure, or is there another way?
By using nitric acid and sulfuric acid, hydrochloride, is that the only way to make gold pure? I've actually never used that method. I'm not sure what that is. I mean, I'm still learning about nitric acid, but from what I understand, sulfuric acid does not play a part in that. It's usually nitric acid and hydrochloric acid together with heat to form aqua regia to dissolve the gold. Sulfuric acid, I'm not quite sure where that's coming from. But again, in the gold refining forum, great place to get some good answers on that. Or CM Hoke's book on precious metals and recovery and refining. That's the book was written like over 100 years ago, but it's still the gold standard.
J-Bo, I'm sorry we killed the battery in your phone.
All right, EWaste Mike, thank you. This is exactly what I've done. Almost 100 pounds of motherboards.
Canadian Scrapper's taken off. It's great to see you, Canadian Scrapper.
Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by. Put sulfuric acid in the end to get all the to like drop out any lead. Yeah, just a small amount, I think, just to drop out like any lead or yeah, I think it's that. But again, that's something I'm still learning. So when it comes to anything dealing with nitric acid, I'm not going to be a good resource for you. But Geo, he is a good source.
Geo's definitely another titan in e-waste and refining, for sure.
So when it comes to things like that, you've got Geo, you've got Sri Tips. Indeed It Does. Those are like, I would say the 3 best channels in my opinion, because I mean they have the safe process. Well, safe. They have the right processes down, explained well. They get into the science of it. They do it safely. I mean, I hate to sound. I don't want to sound horrible when I say this, but it's not a bunch of people walking around in sandals outside, with big plastic tubs of sulfuric acid dumping stuff around. these guys are actually doing things safely, so they're teaching people to do it safely. That's supposed to be lead. Yep. Yeah, lead particles. Last year I took almost 2,000 pounds of just motherboards. With everything I took to board sort last year, I made a profit of 15 grand. Nice.
Damn.
That's yeah.
That is impressive.
So why are you guys talking to me? You guys should be talking to EWaste Mike.
I'm telling you, dude. I really, seriously, when you got a free moment, check out EWaste Mike's channel. He's just starting out, but he's going to be big quick. He's going to be big quick. The guy's got his stuff together. He knows what he's doing, and he's got a lot of stuff that he's working on.
Sweet. I took apart a calculator. Is that considered scrapping? Yes, it is, actually. Nature Nerd Outdoors. I've actually taken apart several calculators that had a lot of really nice and thick gold plating in them on the touchpad. Mm-hmm. And they usually have at least one good IC, which also contains gold. So, yes, that is scrapping. It's micro scrapping.
You know those old flip phones, those old cell phones, old flip phones and whatnot, those are also really good to scrap if they're no longer usable or whatever. Mm-hmm. Those are considered telecom boards, are they not? Or telecom boards?
No.
What are they considered then?
Cell phone boards.
Oh, literally cell phone boards.
Yeah.
Which is what, one step below telecom boards?
No.
All right, where do they rank there, Moose?
Cell phone boards are like right around here. Telecom boards are going to be way up here. Because there's so much weight to them with IC chips and other gold-bearing material. Yeah. I mean, it also depends. I mean, some telecom boards will have, like a big transformer on them or something like that that'll add weight to it. And most people who buy them would ask that you remove that or whatever. But yeah.
Well, I mean, a board, with gold on it, as far like if you could collect a lot of them, I mean, it's still pretty respectable if you collect them, right?
Yeah. But surprisingly enough, a lot of boards that even though they have gold flashing on them or gold plating may still be considered low-grade boards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That I did not know.
Yeah, like that board that you find in a lot of monitors. That it's like a long, thin board.
Yep.
With all that gold stuff on the bottom. Yep. And sometimes there's even a line that's like little gold bonding wires. That's low-grade.
Wow.
There's just so little compared to the whole weight of the board.
Right. No, that makes sense. EWaste Mike says throwing your cell phone against the wall because it does not want to work right is considered scrapping as well. Did that today. Well, there.
Did the phone come apart? It has to come apart. Otherwise, it's not scrapping.
If it doesn't, you have to repeat the process over again.
Right.
Until it does.
Right. All right. You can scrap just about anything. I mean, I have scrap printers. Well, scrapping them to music. Okay, smashing them with a hammer. But nonetheless, you can scrap anything. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you can scrap with anything, too. You can scrap with a screwdriver, a wrench, a baseball bat, a 12 gauge. You can scrap with just about anything.
I would suggest Pumpkin. I would suggest if you're having anxiety or depression, you definitely want to reach out to friends or family that's closest to you. I would definitely do that. There's numbers out there that you can reach, that you can contact. I know there's a suicide hotline you can also reach out to. So, I would definitely do your diligence there, bud. Are you talking about the fingerboard in the monitors, Moose?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you consider high-grade boards to consist of? Darius is asking.
High-grade boards, I mean, it's really a board where if you look at it, the majority of the weight is going to be stuff that contains gold on it. Like a hard drive logic board is a good example. It's super thin, So the majority of the weight is going to be on the ICs, the monolithic ceramic capacitors, the gold-plated pins. So the majority of the weight of that board is gold-bearing. So that would be considered a high-grade board.
Good answer.
Yes, family is the problem. Family often is the problem.
Yeah, it certainly is. You can pick you can pick your friends. You can pick your friend's nose, but you can't pick your friend's family's nose.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's how that goes.
No, I don't think it translates well. No, that was another swing and a miss. But nonetheless, yeah, no, trust me, I completely understand where you're coming from. If you have other family members that you can go to, to talk about this, or friends that you can talk about this with, I would strongly reach out. I wouldn't keep it to yourself, because it could end up boiling over, and you don't want to get to the point where you think you might do something rash. So,
big time. Yep, it's not easy. It's not always easy at all. But it doesn't have to be. If you've got friends, if you've got other family members that aren't part of the problem, just like Bob said, make sure you keep in contact with them. Try and shift your focus as much as you can on the positive relationships that you have.
Mighty Scrapper, I watched Gil Skillz' old video today again for the 100th time today on organizing scrap workshop. Oh my gosh, if you saw my workshop right now, you'd be mortified. It is just so messy. But I am working on that, though.
Content is going to be better than low grade. Take the weight of the material with the content of the precious metals. And of course, there's my brother piping in. Watch what you say. Hopefully your brother isn't a problem and an asset. Well, part of that word anyway.
No, that's two things. Isn't a problem and an asset.
Well, I'd say he's about three-fifths of an asset.
There's a hole there.
Right. Yep.
Oh man. I haven't even met you. I don't want to get on your bad side.
Yeah, he's a law enforcement, so you might not want to. All right, let's see. So our washer and dryer and stove boards, low-grade boards. Funny story, the first ever gold cap ceramic chip that I found was out of a washing machine. No idea why the hell it was in there. It was an old Maytag. It blew my mind, but yep. Of course, one chip does not make something a high-grade board, but I would think most of the boards that I've seen in those appliances, yeah, I'd say low-grade, because they usually have a lot of like big bulky things on them. Like the switches for the knobs and the dials and stuff like that. So, but then again, I've only scrapped, maybe less than 100 washer and dryers. So,
I look forward to that, David. I really do.
What, laughing his butt off?
No, he said you seem awesome, Gil. I'll meet you at some point.
Hi, Moose and Gil's Moose. Did you try breaking open those white relays to see if you get gold? No, I did not actually. All those circuit boards, I've got a box in the garage that it's a 6 foot tall, like 2.5. It's what my daughter's bed came in. And yes, I said again. Sorry. And I've been throwing. I've been cherry picking stuff off boards all winter long and throwing everything else in there. So come summer, I'm gonna get the air chisel going and clean everything off and then sort them out. So no, I have not pulled them off yet, but I will. All right. Did you see Scrapper Dave deleted his channel?
Yes.
New channel, EWaste Dave.
Yes.
Great channel. Definitely recommend him.
Yes. Scrapper Dave deleted his channel, and I guess he ended up deciding to start over. And great guy, and this is why I'm constantly telling people not to let trolls, consume how you feel about something. Don't let them deviate you from your passion within YouTube and why you started your own channel in the first place. Like Moose has 50,000 subscribers, versus one or two people saying bad things. It's really tough because that's really potent, if somebody's saying bad things to you, but those other people really, really love you to pieces. So that definitely outweighs it. I know I'm blabbing a little bit, so I apologize, but it's just one of those sore spots. If there's somebody that has a really good channel and is talented, and if somebody, says something fairly immaturish and just wants to get a rise out of you, and it ends up making someone leave YouTube because of it, I just think that's just not cool at all. So just remember, stay with your passion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's funny how sometimes just that person can just make the right comment that just
it smacks you right in the heart, man. It really does. But give yourself some time. Don't be rash. If anything like that happens and you're ticked off and you start wondering why you're still on the YouTube platform, give yourself a day or two before you delete your channel or you do anything like that, and just kind of allow yourself some time to mull it over. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to realize it's just some guy or gal that doesn't really know what they're talking about, and they're doing it specifically to do exactly that, to take you off your game. So. Back to you, Moose.
Yes, I remember trolls are big, ugly green things that live in or on their bridges.
So yeah, the cousins of the garden gnomes.
Right. So you're familiar with them?
Oh yeah, who isn't familiar with garden gnomes?
Wow.
You gotta have a little humor. If you don't have a little, sometimes if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry, right? Not in this particular instance, but yeah. All right, for the love of God, let's move on.
All right, right. So Shannon Knopp says, "What's the best way to remove silver contacts with your teeth?" Really? No. I've got a. I really like these things. They're flush cutters. I use them to just snip off the ends that have the silver contacts on them. I get these at Harbor Freight. Yes, they're cheap. They do break. But depending on the sales and coupons and whatever they have, you can get these for like 99 cents. So I usually have like 2 or 3 sets of them.
Oh, yeah.
And for most of the silver contacts that I get out of the small relays and stuff like that, I mean, you just snip off the tip. And yeah, there'll be some base metal with it, but the acid will take care of that. What?
Nothing.
Something was funny. That was like a.
I'm trying to be good here, man.
Okay.
You said snip off the tip.
Wow.
Well, you know. By the way, what's the weather up there? It's a nice balmy 70 degrees down here in Texas. Darn you, J-Bo. Darn you. That's all I got to say about that.
It's not bad. It was like, what, 36 today? That was pretty warm.
Yeah, we did make it above freezing. Yeah. Up here it was like 34-ish. But yeah, and the snow is melting off the roof.
Do you have any Nipex tools? Like of the brand Nipex? No, I do not. Snip of the tip?
Snip of the nip. Moose's first hashtag. He said snip off the tip.
All right.
We got to get it right. EWaste Mike.
Yeah, not slip of the nip.
It's his first hashtag. Oh boy.
Is it worth saving the low-grade appliances boards to be sent out for process? Again, the question of worth. For me, it's not because I'd have to send them way the heck out, and the money. Stop laughing. You're making me nervous.
Who, me?
Oh,
what am I, the sarcasm meter now all of a sudden?
Maybe. So, right. So the boards. That's right. So the amount of money that you're going to pay on shipping to get them out to that refiner, it's probably going to eat up whatever profit you're going to make. I know. So the last shipment that I sent out to a refiner that was in Massachusetts, which was literally like a 2-hour drive from here, the shipping cost was $140 some odd. So it would have been easier for me to drive it there, but they don't take deliveries that way. So
J-Bo's rubbing it in. 34s, 36. Hell, when it's under 90 degrees down here in Texas, it's cold front. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you and Scrapper Girl keeping it warm down there. Yeah, that's all right. We'll be there soon enough. What, another 5 months?
No, maybe 4.
June?
It gets pretty warm in June.
All right. Well, yeah, 2 years ago we did have that freaky like 90 some odd degree day.
Yeah.
3 days. Yeah.
But then again, we've had snow here every month of the year. So, I mean, at one point or another.
Right. So, EWaste Mike, my low-grade boards, I pull the aluminum motors, IC, shred the rest. That's, in my opinion, smart.
Yeah.
That's, you got to look at, how you're going to make the most amount of money off something.
Right.
Like, if you have a place that buys motherboards locally, and they pay I don't know, $2. I got a sheet right here from my local guy that I just got today. Small socket motherboard, $1.25 a pound. So peanuts. If they pay $1.25 a pound, and that thing's got a big honking aluminum heatsink on it, leave the heatsink on, because aluminum, you're only going to get 30 cents per pound.
Right.
If you leave it on, you're going to get $1.30 per pound, or $1.20. So keep things on when they make you more money, and take them off when they can make you more money elsewhere. Like low-grade boards for me, I get scrap iron prices at my scrapyard. So if they have any kind of transformer, aluminum heatsink, anything, I'll just take them off, and then the rest is light iron price.
Yeah, the further north you get, in the state of Maine anyway, the more you kind of get hosed when it comes to the scrapyards. Sorry, Maine, would you do something about that? Anyway.
Well, they can't, because they got to haul it down here.
Oh, I know. It's supply and demand and all that fun stuff, but it's still no fun.
All right. So,
any news on the squirrel launcher?
Are you talking to me?
I'm reading what James Robert said.
Okay, number one, how do they know about that?
I have no idea. I'm like I said, I just literally read it. I thought it was interesting, and I read it.
All right. Well, yeah, the squirrel launcher to protect my garden from the dozens of little gray fuzzy-tailed rats. Sorry, not a fan of squirrels. There was a thing online. Someone created a squirrel catapult. But in order to figure out, or in order to get the directions to make it, you have to pay. So my neighbor and I have been trying to figure out how to make one ourselves.
By the way, I didn't say anything to anybody.
Okay.
I thought it was a really neat idea. Didn't want anybody to steal the deal.
Right. Hilarious.
So there was I'm trying to let there was a really good question.
There's been a lot of things that I'm missing here.
Yeah, me too. Oh, here it is. The dude's real life asks, "What's your favorite items to scrap, guys?" Mine is computer towers. Least favorite any CRT item.
So
you first.
Computer towers, definitely one of my favorites, definitely. But now, CRT TVs, also one of my favorites again. Because now I can get rid of the TV for nothing.
Oh, really? Is there like a recycling center that takes them for free?
So this guy that I'm working with, who has like the cleanout business,
Yeah.
he's got an arrangement with the local recycling center.
Yeah.
And he just brings them all in bulk. So he's like, yeah, you got 10, 15 of them a week. Just drop them off at the house. I'll make sure they get there for nothing.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. CRTs do suck when it, except Moose. He's got a good deal going there.
Right.
But there's a lot of copper in a CRT television, but unfortunately, we all know that tube. You got to properly recycle. You can't just smash it up, make it go away, and it costs more than the scrap, so it's not really worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can recycle them for free. How are you talking, Moose? I'm going to send all mine down to you.
Go right ahead. I'll take them.
Well, they'll be stripped, but
Oh no, yeah. Well, you live out there in the sticks. Just like dig a hole out somewhere in your property.
Oh, for the love of God, no! No, I wouldn't do that. No.
There's actually the federal government has a law on how many you can have in a certain area.
CRT televisions?
Yes, because
seriously,
for a while, there were a lot of recycling programs that they were actually recovering the lead from the glass.
Yeah.
Until the price of lead dropped, when it was no longer profitable for them.
Yeah.
Then they just started sticking them in warehouses.
Oh. Boy.
So because there was so much lead-containing CRTV tubes in one area, they actually stepped in and wrote some legislation to say, oh no, you can't have that much in one area. You got to start doing something with it. Which,
wow.
I mean,
I can understand stockpiling them because the price of metals goes up and down. They were probably waiting for it to go up
right.
again.
And the lead's encapsulated in glass. I mean,
right.
If it were really that harmful, people, hell, the amount of TV I watched as a kid, I'd have lead poisoning by now from being so close to a TV. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I thought about making like a self-contained, like a glass crusher type of thing. It's a chipper, but only for like glass. And you have a hand crank and you just crush the glass into fine powder. But still, it's not really a good way to go.
No.
These are all things that go through your mind as you start out scrapping, and you realize later it's not a good idea.
Right. Plus, there's all the phosphorus powder in there you don't want to mess with.
Right. You don't want to inhale that.
Moose, if you pay shipping, I'll send you all you want unstripped. What are we talking about? Unstripped what? What did I miss? This is the last one. CRTs suck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, CRTs.
Yeah. I don't think there's enough copper in there to pay for the shipping. Did someone call my name? Of course, Scrapper Girl. We're always calling your name. We just called it like a few minutes ago. We were talking about, 89-degree weather. And
We were talking about sexy scrapping, and then, Scrapper Girl just showed up. I was like, hey, how about that?
Yep.
Scrapper Girl makes scrapping sexy. That's her motto. Unless you changed it. Glass company will take it for free. They have equipment to separate the glass from the lead.
Kato, 1584 YT. Hello. Hi there. If you're just joining us, welcome.
Welcome.
Sorry for the late hello. Kuzma, you made your own? You got a video of it? Really, I'm interested in pyrolysis. Yeah, I've got a video on it. Where we're talking, do you mean pyrolysis, Mighty Scrapper? I get it. The chat went down so quickly, I feel like I missed something. Anywho, talking about pyrolysis.
Scrapper Girl says, damn straight. Sorry.
Yep. Oh, so pyrolysis. Yeah, that's the one that Bob and I did with Tow Me Trailers.
Yes.
Well, what's he been up to anyway?
Not much. He has not really posted a video on his channel for quite some time.
That dog looks so miserable.
Yeah, doesn't she? Hey, you doing, honey? I love you. Oh, give me a hug. Come here, give me a hug. I love you. Come here. Big hugs. Oh, you good girl. Okay, go lay down now. You watch. I'm going to see if I can get her to give me an attitude. You go lay down. Go lay down. She's just like a kid. Watch. Lay down.
What? 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 No, no, you get back on that couch. What? No, you stay on the couch. No. Oh. You're going to stay on the couch. Roll. Anyway, sorry. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. Oh, man. Yes, Victor. Yes, I would love, honestly. I mean, the only problem is EWaste Ben doesn't show his face. He doesn't like to show his face in his videos. So chances are that probably won't happen. But to have Moose Scrapper and EWaste Ben within the same live stream would be epic. And I don't use that word that often.
I would love to fly out there just to freaking look at that guy's, shed, just all the stuff that he's going to scrap. Oh man, that's like a scrapper's paradise.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
And
just to hang out with him too would be a lot of fun.
Right. And there was that video of when he was off in Mumbai. All right. And the video starts off with pointing the camera and his face is like, yep, I live with it every day. It's like, you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
You ever watch Harry Potter?
Yes.
Mad Eye Moody?
No.
The guy who plays him. I mean, without the freaking weird eye and everything.
Right.
But that actor, he reminds me of that actor.
Huh.
Yes, he showed his face in India, and look what happened. He got sick for like 3 months. Oh, that was just because of the food in India, I think.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Hey, Sojourner 1511, welcome. Hey, you guys. Love that. I dream of that shed. Yeah. A lot of people do, man. A lot of scrappers envy what EWaste Ben does and what he's built.
He just gets so much of it. And
it's like going down a street. It looks like a freaking flea market every time he goes out to get scrap. I mean, it really is. Oh, let's see what's on this side of the street over here. Oh, look at all this awesome stuff here. Oh my gosh, let's go over here and check this out. It's like, whoa.
Hard rubbish day. Yeah, we don't have anything like that here. Man, we used to. Man, City of Portland used to have this thing like every spring. There was like a week where you could put anything out by the road and the city would come pick it up. Anything. All right. And I remember going to work in the morning and seeing these guys with trailers just loading up on all kinds of scrap. I mean, before I knew what scrapping metal was even all about, I was like, wow, what the hell are they doing with all that stuff? And now I'm like, they're making more money in that one trip than I made that whole day working.
Right. Right. That's the sad part right there. Let's say if they ever do that down your way, let me know. I'll bring my trailer down. We'll hook it to the back of your truck and we'll make a whole day.
Right.
Make a couple of $1,000s, you guys doing good? Rainy and fog here in the Ozarks.
Huh. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Are you doing fine?
I'm doing fan-diddly-tastic.
How you doing? Huh?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Get to the chopper.
Oh, God. All right. We have one of those down here in Texas. You have like Bob down there? That's okay.
Hey, Gil. How's it going with the scrapping? Sojourner 1511. First off, it's really good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a minute. Secondly, I've stalled on it a bit. I've done a few other things. I made a video on why you would want to be a YouTuber or anyone would want to be a YouTuber. Check that out. It's a channel trailer for my channel now. It's only 2 minutes long. And I just did a challenge, a peanut butter and mayo sandwich challenge. Oh my gosh. And yeah, anyway, I'm looking to get back into it. I've got a couple of videos that I need to finish editing, a few other things out there. What's so funny? Oh, you pretend.
Hey,
are you trying to be other Bob?
No, Dave, are you still in there, Dave? My brother Dave? The whole peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich challenge. Remember that as a kid, Dave?
Oh, brother.
That makes me laugh because my brother as a kid, there was like one summer where every day it was like toast, peanut butter, mayonnaise, and a Kraft single right in the middle. All right, every day he would eat that, and he'd throw up after eating it. He kept doing it over and over. It was weird.
Yeah. It's about 78 degrees right now, sitting by the pool with a nice cup of tea. Questions. Do the ingots make that much more online than selling it raw, not melted?
That is a good question. I have dabbled a little bit with selling, like the higher end scrap metals on eBay just as scrap metal. And they did okay, but I mean, seeing is believing. Just log into eBay and type in copper ingot, and
yeah,
you'll see for yourself. I mean, it really sells at a much higher rate.
And there's a lot more out of it. There's a lot more out there than you might expect, too. I mean, if you do a search like Moose says, you're going to see a lot of it out there.
Mm-hmm. And the trick is to go, so if you're in eBay and you search for copper ingot, to go off to the left side, scroll down a little bit where you can filter to sold items or sold listings. That way you can see what's sold, not just what's, anyone can list, an ingot for whatever price they want. Doesn't mean they're going to get it. But if you filter by sold, you can see what they're actually selling for and when. So the last time I did it, there was like sold that day for crazy prices. So, it's happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to check out Moose's merch. Underneath, just above where the description is, you can check out Moose's merch. You can also check out. I think he's about to show off one of my pieces of merch.
No,
no, he's not. He's not going to. He went out and bought one of my ugly mugs, ladies and gentlemen.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, sorry. Am I in ugly mug mode? Sorry, I got better.
You are in ugly mug mode. There you go.
Back to Gil Skillz mode.
Is it a fairly decent size mug, or is it like an average size coffee mug?
It's perfect.
Yeah,
it's like standard size coffee mug.
Nice. Looks like a decent quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that, Punham.
Oh my gosh! Look at that ugly mug. Oh. Shoot. Yeah, Teespring, my account. Little squiggly line in my banner. Check it out.
Mm-hmm. All right, I need to get my old pickup back on the road, and then maybe some scrapping. Yep, definitely having a truck does help.
Yeah, and if you don't have a truck, a trailer definitely helps.
Mm-hmm. I'll check it out. Got some med issues, but working on it. But working it out. All right. Well, I hope everything works out.
Yes. Same here. I was wondering if Moose heard anything more on the metal and the flat screen TVs.
Oh, the indium? No, I'm having a hard time really finding much on that. So there's this guy in New Hampshire who recycles TVs, like the LED stuff and everything, all different types of TVs and monitors. And he seemed very interested in getting that type of TV in quantity, like bulk amounts, because he said the value of them is going to go back up. And I'm noticing that even places like boardsort.com are buying them even if they're not working. There's a section at the bottom of their price list for monitors, LCD monitors. So, yeah. I mean, they say the screen can't be cracked because it's like liquid in there. So I imagine they don't want whatever is valuable leaking out, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't really been able to find too much else on that. Of course, I've also had a lot of other stuff going on. But yeah, so I mean, if you have room to hold on to them, I would hold on to them for a while. I mean, they're so thin. I mean, you could take like one of those like reams of paper boxes or like a banker's box, whatever, and you could put like 100 in there. So hold on to them.
So are we talking specifically about LCD displays, the glass,
yeah,
those, or okay, because the LEDs you wouldn't have that, right?
No,
obviously you'd have the bulbs,
yeah,
the little LED
little LEDs,
yeah,
which do contain gold, by the way. So just saying.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. All right, a gold ingot, you can go straight to the jeweler, right? In most cases, yeah. If you have a jeweler that actually buys, I mean, places like Jared and all the chain places may not, but smaller places, yeah, they're always looking for gold. They'll assay it and they'll probably make you an offer. It'll be under spot, but yeah. Crafters artists will be stranded.
There might be some extensive testing. If you bring in like a custom ingot or something like that. Wouldn't you say so? Because I mean, they don't want to get screwed and just have it like gold plated or something like that, and have it iron on the inside or whatever. I think that might have happened once or twice.
Poos mate, that's all right. I understand. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning there, and you've been up for going on 18 hours. So
yeah, thank you so much for being here, Poos mate. It is always a pleasure seeing you.
Yeah, she's one of those that's been with me since the friggin' beginning of the Moose Scrapper channel. It's crazy. I have more videos coming. I have where I'm going to scrap a K-cup machine and hair dryer. Just fun little scrapping things. Yeah, I did a video on scrapping a K-cup machine once. Son of a gun, that thing, the parts on that. I mean, this was like right when they were first coming out and becoming very popular. The parts were worth a whole bunch of money. All right, have to go until next time. Well, thank you, Mighty Scrapper. Thank you for stopping in.
Yes, great to see you. Wayne Loveless, welcome. Our landfill charges 10 apiece for CRT TVs. Wow, that is steep. That's steep for CRTs.
Yep.
My local place here in Corinth charges like about $5 or 2.5 tickets because you got to buy tickets to go to the junkyard if you bring them there.
Yeah, the Riverside Recycling here charges $7 per TV, but I don't know if you caught that video that I did on scrapping a projection screen TV. Projection screen. What I've been doing or was doing until I just met this guy that I'm going to be working with is if people have one of those big TVs they want to get rid of, just say, look, yeah, I'll bring it to the recycling center for you, but this is my fee. This is what they're going to charge me. Charge them that. So for them, they're getting rid of it for what they were going to have to pay anyway. And you get to take all the copper out anyway. So, it's everyone wins.
Right. I wanted to know before I started. Immaculate Works. Just wanted to know before I start the chemical process.
Of what?
I'm not really sure. Hold on. Board sort will take the whole small flat. Question. So Immaculate Works says, board sort will take the whole small flat. I'm not sure what that means. Gold ingot, you can go straight to that's before that. I took the processor chips because of gold-plated chips. They said no deal. J-Bo's asking what TV we're talking about.
What? Oh, we're talking about the old-fashioned CRT TVs, the big, heavy lead glass tube.
The boob tubes is what they were lovingly called back in the day.
Well, I suppose when you take them apart, does kind of
right. Well, that's why they, anyway. Yeah,
it is fairly boobish. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it does. There's really long,
right,
nipple.
Right.
Excuse me, Moose Scrapper. Do you happen to have any Grey Poupon? Oh, good Lord. Sometimes you just gotta laugh.
Yep. My mod duties send me to Mickey XOXO. Had a blast. See y'all there. Alrighty. Yeah, I can't blame you wanting to go watch Mickey XOXO for watching me. Really.
Oh, is she live? I don't know.
Well, it's about time for us to wrap up anyway. It's minutes o'clock. Normally.
I like that. I like that. That's ask questions, try things statement.
Yep.
It's minutes o'clock and time.
I get around.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Flap my gums so much in other places and other people's live streams doesn't mean I'm not there.
Well, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the live stream for Moose Scrapper there. Again, let's try to persuade him to do more than one live stream a month because this was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I had a lot of fun being here too.
I had fun having you here.
Yeah.
See, now when you do that, all right, and you go in that little box on my screen, can they see that?
What? See, yeah, they can see me doing that. If I'm talking, yes.
But if you're not talking,
if I'm not talking, well, it depends. If there's noise, it'll switch.
but if there's no noise,
Like right now with you talking, if I did that while you were talking, they would not see me.
okay,
They might see me in the lower right-hand corner, but they won't see me big screen.
Okay. So that little screen is safe if there's no noise.
Right. I mean, they're gonna right. You won't go big if you don't make any sound.
Right. So if I'm talking, you can pick your nose and they won't see it because that little screen isn't showing up.
Exactly.
Just like that.
See what I just did?
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Sky, did you have something to say before we go? What? Tell
Where's
him.
my damn
What do you want? Tell me what do you want? Tell me what do you want? Tell me. Oh, sure, be that way. Okay. She just left.
Oh, and of course Dave comes back in right at the end. Evan was wondering how that worked. What worked? I have no idea. Of course, now we can't make fun of him for his peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches anymore.
It's a challenge going around YouTube.
Yep, that's a thing. Very gross thing.
I won't eat it again.
No. It's basically two different kinds of fat stuck between two slices of bread.
Yeah, that. Feel free to watch more, my video, my challenge.
Oh, I did. And everyone here should watch it.
Yeah. And get inspired by my YouTube channel, my video on why you should be a YouTube creator.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Don't say don't knock it until you try it, Dave. After watching you throw up every time you ate one. All right. So yes, I'm knocking it.
I tried it, Dave. I have video evidence.
Yes. he may have spread it on a little bit thicker, and there was that that Kraft single that's like made out of 48% cheese, and the other 52% is I don't know. So
what do they call those? They don't call it cheese anymore. It's like a cheese. What do they call it?
Processed cheese food.
Processed cheese food. Thank you. Yeah. Battlecat threw you thin.
Thanks, man. You didn't have to do that. That was awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome.
Battlecat 3000. All right. But it was a good throw up. Really, Dave? Is it? Wow.
Well, if it made you feel better, I mean, was that your way of feeling better? That I don't know. There could be an issue there in and of itself, but as long as you outgrew it. Did you outgrow it?
Yeah, I think you did. It's like how Sky sometimes in the summer she'll go and eat a bunch of grass and then throw up.
Yeah, usually she tries to do that in the house, but I kick her out again.
Yeah, that's probably what he was doing. Just with peanut butter, mayonnaise, and cheese on toast.
Well, I mean, why do that when there's grass outside you can grab?
Right.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night.
All right, folks. Thank you all for joining us. Love you all. And have a great weekend. Make sure you check out Bob's channel. And I guess that's it, man.
Make sure you check out Moose's channel, too. There's a lot of new folks that came in here tonight. Make sure you seal the deal and hit that red button and watch some of his videos if you haven't done so already. Great guy. Seriously. And have a scrap happy day.
And see y'all on the next one.